what up, world? You already know what time it is. It's your boy, man. This is the host with the most. I don't need to back no best. All we ever do is give a toast to the real folks. We don't pay the way. In the real way. I'm proud of this great game that we got for y'all today. And I got my right hand with me, as usual. Big WI in the building. So to the real, let's keep the real son of our family.
You already know, slow motion with it. But I'm still here, ready to come get it.
Yeah, man. It's episode 3 of the record. I'm watching this 4-part series, bro. And there's a lot of recycled information, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, this shit really is a hit piece by the looks of it, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like they already put this together and then they slap 50 Cent's name on it. Boom, here. Deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's the one he's the wild card, you know. So he don't really care. He's with all the smoke. He's like, I'll throw it on the line. I don't mind. Let me reap the benefits of this bullshit.
Yeah, for sure. At first I'm like, oh shit, 50's doing it. He's trying to expose something. But then I'm seeing, oh, this is a vindictive thing. Because you got your baby mama twisted up. You know, that hurts a man's ego, man. Man's gonna go hard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what is he gonna tell the kids? You have to, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what's he gonna tell his son? The mom's wilding out, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All in the courts. And she was on the drugs too, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of messed up to a certain degree. And this episode 3, they talk about all the female groups that he invented, you know? Starting with Danity Kane and then to Dirty Money.
Right.
And he's pretty much running through the chicks and shit like that. So, you know? He was always on that R&B vibe, you know?
That's where the money was at.
Yep.
That's where the money was at, man. But, you know, it's gonna be hard still. It's gonna be hard. The terms with all of that, everything that happened, you know, and it's not even
But I think he banged all of these chicks too, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like if you give him a way in, he's gonna take a. If you give him an inch, he's gonna take a mile. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. But there's gonna be backlash with all that. Cause look, he has to come to terms with it himself, but not only himself, but it's his family also that's gonna pay for his back wrongdoings, right? So it's like, never mind him. Like, yo, his kids and everybody around him that has to suffer the real consequences of, everybody pointing the finger and certain people just wanting to be revengeful. And since they can't, yeah, it's a sticky situation to say the least. You know, um, but there's plenty of history that we have to touch base on and take a little trip down memory lane and see what's what. Cause yo, listen, it's been a long run for this guy. Eh? P Diddy had a long run, bro. Decades. How many decades has he been in the game? 3, 4 decades, bro.
Yeah. And yo, from he won that from he won that lawsuit, they awarded him like 1 point something $1 million. This shit, all this shit start coming out. No, Cassie first start coming out and saying, "Yo, this, that. If you don't give me a certain amount of money, I'm going to the authorities."
Yeah,
So he gave her the money, but that opened the whole can of worms. Now everybody wants some money. Everybody got something to say. You know what I'm saying?
oh, he's paying? All right, let's do this. Yeah, yeah, everybody jumped in.
But to me, that seems kind of whack still. Because if they really had a case, they should have came out with it before.
Yeah,
So now that Cassie's getting something, everybody wants something, like.
yeah,
It was like,
exactly.
oh, your favorite, you're giving Cassie favoritism.
He did her dirty. you know, he did her dirty, so you have to give her some hush money.
Do you think it's that, or do you think it's like a woman scorn? You just want to get off your back, like type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, he was making close to $1 billion.
Right,
What's a 30 mil to get this girl out of your hair? Even
right,
though she was supposed to come out with an album and shit.
right.
You're already trying to clean up your image through the whole pocket big shit and all that. And the shine shit. You know? The shine shit's kind of messed up still. Well, Shine admitted to busting the gun in the club. Diddy said he never owned the gun. So, the Somalians are trying to say P. Diddy looks like them. That was their whole thing. So he did Ciroc, and he realizes that the company, whatever the company was messing with his uh his crops of agave.
Hmm.
So he found out that they're undercutting him, you know, on under, and he wanted settlement. And all this shit started coming out after. But all this shit is shit that we already know, like, you know.
Right.
So Kim was cool with Cassie being around for a bit, and then after she got annoyed with it, you know. When you're on those levels, you could have the two or three girls, you know. And then 50's baby mom came in the picture, flew her out to LA, moved all her shit, paid 70 bands for her to get an apartment, and then he put her to work after that. But none of this shit you see in the documentary.
Wait, say that again. You said 50's baby mom went to work for Diddy?
Yeah, yeah, that was the whole thing, you know.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. So that's why 50's on this bullshit.
But that's what I'm saying, you know. I mean, 50's kind of a dirtbag for doing this, but Diddy should have told him, "Yo, I have your bride," you know, doing X, Y, you know what I'm saying? Let him know at least, like that shit came out in the that shit came out in the rinse court. So that's probably why he's doing this vengeful shit. Then they have this sex worker that would call that would call Cassie and Diddy, and they would go on marathon uh freak offs, you know. Now the same dude is suing Cassie for like 15 million for giving him herpes. So it's crazy, bro. Hmm? So he was sitting in the corner, and you know how Biggie used to name himself Frank White?
Yeah.
Well, her name was, well, his name was Frank Black. He was sitting in the corner and watch her freak off with this dude, you know, like a voyeur.
Yo. Nah, these motherfuckers is definitely on some next levels. Freak freak
And they,
mode
and they,
business.
they're like Tupac's. You remember Biggie Smalls Juicy?
Yeah.
Well, they're saying that it was the video was a replica of Tupac's "I Get Around." Like their version of doing it.
Yeah.
And I see the similarities in it. The only difference in Puffy's one, there was a tranny. Yeah, there was a tranny in the video. Ah.
No escaping that one. Yeah.
Motherfuckers
That's a
acting like
fact.
they forgot about that. So to me, it's like, yo, what is 50 doing? Like, he trying to get Diddy caught up in a case because the first two episodes, him and his son end up shooting somebody allegedly in a bathroom or something like that. And this guy's talking about the whole thing on the DVD. It's like crazy. But he never got charged for that. So it was
Puffy.
like,
Puffy,
yeah.
right? Yeah. I remember seeing something about that. They went to court for it though, no?
Nah, I don't know. No, I don't think so though.
Okay, he said they settled it outside.
I don't know what happened, but that shit went away, dog. But I guess when you got money like that, you can make them little things go away. Not a little thing, but you know,
Jeez.
the depiction that they're trying to paint is like, yo, he used to beat his mom and shit like that. His mom came out and said, yo, that wasn't true. All this. Or did he always got a toothpick in his mouth? Never trust a dude with always has a toothpick in their mouth, eh? Hold on. If I was a Diddy fan, I'd be asking 50, if you know this for all these years, why didn't you come out with your own documentary before this shit happened? Why did you wait for the white man to do it for you to put your stamp on it?
Facts.
Huh?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Shows me it's more about your ego than the actual victims per se, if there's any real ones. But if they're saying that Diddy killed Biggie and Pac, you would have to have some compelling evidence, and they would have brought it to justice already. Since they don't have that evidence, it's like you're trying to kill him in the court of public opinion. But to be real though, all those guys are young around those times. For them to mastermind something like that, you have to have a certain level of like a seasoned gangster to mastermind something like that.
Yeah, yeah. No, these guys, yeah.
How it connects deep into the LAPD and the Las Vegas PD. 'Cause, you know, Keefy D been singing about how Diddy set it up and all that, but there's no proof, evidence. They say that Bar Zip guy got 500,000, but he died of cancer. So it's like, what's the point of doing all this? To pin the Tupac and Biggie murders on him, and then you letting off the hook all the LAPD that was involved in the scandal, the Rampart scandal, and everything like that, doing dirty little shits. It erases their culpability. That takes away from their estates going after these entities, you know. So it's kind of messed up in a sense.
Yeah.
Did he? I guess because he got older, he started slipping up and doing shit all willy nilly. Because you're a billionaire, you don't care about the beating up Cassie in a hallway. Because he was high on drugs, he was on that pink shit and all that. But he shouldn't have did that. At the same time,
Got too sloppy with it, too cocky
yeah,
with it.
yeah, as you get an old man, you start not to give a shit. Start doing the shit all willy nilly.
Yep. But this is it. The man got away with all kinds. He's been getting away with things, so he feels untouchable, right? And it has a lot to do with the whole industry because everybody knows. It's not like the people don't know. People know. They know what's going on.
Yeah, but what did they really know? You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for this documentary, it's just old footage that's recycled. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anybody could put a few people in front of the camera and make it a team. Like Marlon Wayans was saying that too. You know, you could put people in front of a camera and create a picture and a perception where it doesn't make
yeah,
it true. You know what I mean?
right, right.
I think Marlon Wayans was around long enough to know if this guy has an involvement or not, because he knew he was around Biggie and Pac. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez, above the rim.
So you can't really diss Mar,
Marlon Wayne.
Marlon Wayans like that, you know? Because he was there. He was there. You know? He's not
Yeah, yeah.
talking like an outsider like 50 came after 2003, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
Marlon Wayans was a star all throughout the 90s. So
Facts, facts. He's been in the mix. He's been to all those events.
and you see the Diddy, he's always around that Ras, right? To me, I'm thinking like, yo, Ras is a bingy because he's always tying up his hair. No Ras is gonna be around a man like that if they really feel that man is on some compromising shit, dog. You know?
Who's that?
That's
The
right.
same one that's in that Dream Time video.
Yeah,
You don't see the man was on some not trying to. But hey,
Yeah, it's from them. They're trying to. Yeah.
Miles trying to kind of distance himself. He didn't want no involvement in the fuckery, but at the same time, it's like, yo, you're there, bro. So it's like you're involved, whether you know what I mean. You're guilty by association, but it's obvious that like yo, it's a money play to a certain extent. But it's true what you're saying. Like they have to have more moral standings than you know, especially if you go by a certain culture, stand behind certain morals. You have to stand on that. You can't just okay because the bread is right. Like you have to excuse certain things that just like nah. But yeah, it's what it is too, right? Your mind's trying to
Or he could be his herb connect
yeah
in that sense, but still, that's fucked up. Still, if he
yeah. That's
just
what it's
he's turning
bread,
it,
dog.
or else he's not
Yeah,
supposed to turn your head to that thing.
it's bread,
Supposed to
bro. I'm
wanna
telling
fire
you.
upon that, you know.
The man seen a bag. He said, you know what? Let me go eat this food and then keep it moving. But he realized the food was proper and he said, fuck, all right, I'm gonna hold it out until I can't hold out no more. And then next thing you know, you're in the mix, like, and Diddy's doing all kinds to keep you in the mix because he knows there's clout behind certain, you know what I mean? There's clout when you're in the mix with certain people. There's clout there, so he basically bought the clout.
And the time that Cassie walked out on him, right? And he chased her down in the road,
Yeah,
just because she had a bunch of money in that bag that she had.
yeah.
So he's like, "What the hell?" He snatched her up and then he grabbed the bag back. But Cassie's like 30 something, Puff is like 50 something.
Yep.
Yeah, man. For the last 20 years, these guys are going at it. Well, 10 years. They're together for 10 years.
And change, I think. 10 and change.
Yeah, all this shit is too calculated, though. The way everybody's coming at him at once, you have to admit it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not something that's just out of the blue. Because he actually recorded this footage himself, right? And he was gonna put it out after he got acquitted from, because he figured that he wasn't gonna do no time. like that. After like the whole Cassie thing, and then a whole bunch of lawsuits came out after that. And then he got indicted for the RICO. They're saying he was using his companies as a front for gangster shit, right? But
Yeah,
they concluded that that's not the case, you know. So it's, you know what I'm saying? I don't see where him killing Biggie or Pac would increase his chances on being richer, you know. I mean, who's to capitalize more, him or Suge Knight? And Big and Pac died. They both lose, right? You know what I mean?
long term, yeah, yeah, big time.
Short term too. Both of their artists are dead. Unless they planned it together. It don't make no sense. Your biggest artist and his biggest artist are dead,
Yeah,
and you guys didn't get touched. That's not fishy to you, and you're both in
super,
the vicinity.
super shade, super shady for sure. That's some Hollywood shit right there.
You know what I mean? Think about that, dog. They want to talk about Diddy, but they can't absolve Suge. So now they gotta make a they gotta make a Netflix special on Suge. They're gonna do it one on Suge and then on Dr. Dre, and then they're gonna mess up the whole rap game because everybody's gonna start mudslinging.
That's crazy. It's actually crazy when you think about it for real, for real. It's like both of these label execs, top with the top of top artists.
Yep. One that was 5 times platinum, his first album. The other one 3 times on the label.
So it's like, nah, it's definitely questionable because they have the power to really like, okay, having
Well,
the
that's why I
public.
think they're not involved because Suge Knight's career trajectory went down. Puffy's
Yeah,
career trajectory went up.
yeah,
You see, if they were both involved, their career trajectories would have been like that. If one was involved, which Puffy would be involved, if Puffy was just involved, and Suge Knight's career trajectory would be up too because Suge Knight had nothing to do with it. But he did. What happened to Suge? He went to jail for 9 years and then he lost the company or something because he kicked the dude and broke his probation. Okay, so that's what happened. But it was later found that could have been an off-duty cop that shot thing. But they said it was the Crips. The Crips rolled up on him in a Cadillac. So it's You still there? You?
Yo,
Yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying, man. It doesn't make sense to me that Puff will be involved
hello.
in both their killing. But some people feel like that's the case because they want to sensationalize the shit. But really, they ain't nothing to sensationalize, man. At the end of the day, man, Puffy's a hustler. Always had his hand on his shoulders. I know some people don't like Puff, but hey, this Lil Rod kid,
Say
this
what?
shot, this Little Rod kid was living with Puffy and shit like that. Kind of crazy, you know. He's the one that said Puffy took advantage of him and what you call it? Remember Trey from Boys in the Hood? What's his name again? Mike Omar? No, not Omar Epps. What's it? Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding.
Yeah, he said he made a pass at this dude Lil Rod. Lil Rod said Cuba Gooding Jr. made a pass at him. So, I don't know. Cuba Gooding did get charged with sexual assault before and had to pay up some money. So I don't know, man. So this third episode is all about that, you know? The different relationships he had.
Yeah.
They're talking about how he ended up in a situation where his son shooting somebody in the bathroom and himself allegedly,
Yeah.
and then this little rod dude was told to cover it up or something like that. Speak to the police.
Take the charges. You were supposed to take the charges.
No, no. He told him to tell the police that the shooting never happened at his house. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So so now he's trying to make the correlations to the quad shooting or Tupac. I don't know why, but yeah.
Okay.
So the dude didn't die, but he got shot in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a lot of disgruntled employee shit, a lot of freaking crazy shit. But to me, 50 for him to put this out shows his real hate for Puff, man. He don't really care. He's down to go 100%, no holds barred. Whatever dirt he can find out Puff, he's gonna put it out. Oh, but you really think Keefy D got paid by Puffy to kill Pop? You
Oh yeah.
I don't think that happened, though. Why would you talk about it? You would have the receipts right away. Here's how he paid me. Here's what
Yeah.
they ain't got none of that. I think Puffy was going around saying it because they were hanging with the Crips at the time, and then a situation came up.
You try to use that as a cover up, you say.
Yeah. So the fight was all scripted, and go there, get beat up, and then we're gonna kill them around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't get the money because it was supposed to be both of them, and they only got one. Does that sound like how it went down?
Very possible. Very possible. Because what's the name? Didn't he get grazed in the back of the head?
Yeah, he got grazed. But he said the bullet was still stuck in his head. He lied about
Mhm.
that. So you're a bigger dude than Pac. How Pac get hit up and then you only get grazed in the back of your head?
For real though.
So I
Give
would
it
look
up.
to the West Coast when it comes to the Tupac shooting and not Puffy, you know what I'm saying? Because it didn't make no feasible sense for him to do it at the time. True Knight's label already was worth $300 million. Was Pac thinking about leaving the label?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think he was. Was he in a bad deal? Yes, I think he was. It wasn't a bad deal. Did he have problems with the dog pound at the time because they were on some bullshit? Yes,
Uh,
I think he did. That's why they didn't go.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's put our thinking caps on, and y'all wait for the next episode of the Mac Mizzle Show. We're gonna break it down, episode 4. And we're gonna wrap this whole reckoning shit up. Because how you gonna use a man's own footage to throw it back at him to make him look like a piece of shit? Not to say he can't do it on his own, but it's a lot of it's a
Yeah,
lot of
when we come back, I'll
extras.
definitely have some more insight on this whole thing. I didn't get to go check it out yet, but I'm gonna tap in.
So yeah, everybody out there tap in, man. It's your boy Mac Mizzle. Catch me on the next episode of the Mac Mizzle Show. Same Mac time, same Mac channel. You dig? And you know my slogan: keep it real in the field, get how they feel. I'm out. Peace.
Salute.